Welcome to another episode of Redux with Charles Springkey, aka Cheat Door, and we're actually doing something different, something new that I haven't done ever. I'm gonna actually react to a video because let's paint the picture. I was snoozing, I was taking a nap, and then I just woke up to my Twitter saying like, "Hey, 2XKO, or formerly known as Project L. I hope that eventually taters off because I'm actually used to the name now. Right, your ploy worked. But like 2XKO is like, hey, we're gonna have a whole trailer that looks like it's 6 minutes long. And like 6 minutes long of talking about Illaoi, the Kraken princess, and also having the person who created Illaoi into XKO, or like at least the designer or something like that. Is going to make that whole trailer. So it's like, okay, I'm going to watch this. But seeing how it was weird that I woke up and never actually watched it before, I'm like, why not? Let's do a reaction to it. Let me actually see the thing first, maybe talk a little bit, commentary, whatever, just a little bit. Try not to pause. And then I can go back and be like, okay, this looks cool and this looks that, and all the other stuff. So we're still new to fighting games. Not really. I've never taken any of them seriously, like competitively. But I do want to XKO to be the game that I do because I love lead characters. I do love the lore. I love how the designs of these characters have been going so far, and I've done tag fighters before, and I miss original tag fighters, and also the 2 instead of the 3, just like how Dragon Ball Z Fighters is right now, and Marvel vs. Capcom has evolved into having 3 instead of 2. But yeah. Or did they always have 3? I think they always had 3. My bad. But like, going back to the 2 is cool. But anyway, I'm gonna actually play this now and try not to comment too much into the first playthrough. Because of course it's gonna show Bill Waller.
Life is motion, not peace.
Yeah, he is big. Mother test. Nice. We've been needing some news, so I'm surprised they showed this so early. I mean, they showed this before Friday. Ooh, alts? Cinematic alts?
Hey everyone, I'm Caroline, game designer on 2XKO, here to give you an update on the latest addition to our roster, a champion who will be available to play for the very first time at this year's EVO Japan, Illaoi, the Kraken priestess. As the prophet of Nagakiboros, the great Kraken, Illaoi's faith demands that she take control of her own destiny by always moving forward. She wields a golden totem to test the will of her opponents and summon tentacles to fight by her side. In 2XKO, Illaoi is a heavy-hitting juggernaut who overwhelms enemies with pressure as unyielding as her faith. She's all about landing big hits and dealing big damage, then using tentacles to lock her opponent down and combo out of control. Her kit revolves around summoning and activating sphere tentacles. First, she can use any of her S2 specials to spawn a tentacle.
Oh, okay, that's how
she can use any of her S1 specials to trigger a tentacle follow-up attack, as long as her opponent is within that tentacle's splash zone. Even if her opponent isn't in range, Illaoi can use certain moves to teleport the nearest tentacle to them. She can also use Prayer of Motion or Prayer in Stagnation to activate tentacles from a distance. While tentacles are an important part of Illaoi's kit, she's not a puppet character. We didn't want it to feel like her tentacles were doing all the fighting for her. Instead, they're like rewards that Illaoi can earn by playing well. It means always staying in motion and taking smart risks to take control of the game.
Oh, I see how it is.
Illaoi can also lose tentacles if her opponent hits them, in which case, Illaoi can still do big damage, but she does lose access to some of her strongest neutral options. This means she'll have to take more risks or use an assist to engage her opponent, which isn't ideal. In development, there was a lot of debate around how tentacles should work. Should they be a true extension of Illaoi? Should they be completely independent of her? Both of these options felt very sink or swim, so we opted for a more balanced route where Illaoi can activate tentacles without making direct contact with an opponent, but that opponent still has counterplay against them. Beyond her tentacles, we wanted Illaoi's kit to capture her incredible size, strength, and momentum, and her supers are no exception. With her S1 super, Crashing Waves, Illaoi picks up her opponent, swings them overhead, and slams them into the ground twice.
That's the one we
She
saw
already
before.
has a tentacle up. Holding S1 will reposition it so that she can stay on the offense after her super ends. Her S2 super, Wrath of Nagakeboros, summons giant tentacles that smack the ground around them. It also turns any tentacles that were already active into giant tentacles and leaves one behind after it ends. It can be an extremely impressive move, but if Illaoi or her duo is hit at any point during the super, her tentacles will disappear. So it's safest to use against an opponent who's knocked down.
Yeah, that makes
Finally,
sense.
Illaoi's ultimate, Test of Spirit, sends her opponent's soul to the depths, where they'll come face to face with Nagakeboros. We love the idea of Illaoi smacking the spirit out of her opponent and beating it up as an homage to her kid in League. Test of Spirit is a mid-range move with super fast startup, which makes it great for ending combos, as a whiff punish, or for hitting an assist that's far away.
That's
Also
actually
invincible
really
on
nice
startup,
of the
making it
cinematic.
a powerful reversal. Illaoi's pretty capable on her own, but her powerful assists make her an equally formidable tag partner. Her back assist is a long-range tentacle strike, same as her S1 special. If there's already a tentacle in range of her opponent, it'll perform its usual follow-up attack. Illaoi's forward assist is the same as her S2 special. On its own, the assist is great for controlling mid-range, but using Handshake Tag immediately afterwards lets Illaoi swap in and use the tentacle she just created to keep the pressure on. When she's not on screen, Illaoi's tentacles stick around to offer her teammates some extra offensive support. Even when she's KO'd, Illaoi can use Last Stand to activate Wrath of Nagakeboros and send the opponent to Tentacle City.
I'm so surprised they did this.
When choosing
like,
a tag partner for Illaoi, remember she wants to back opponents into a corner, but getting them there might be risky. Illaoi's ideal tag partner is someone with strong neutral and high mobility who can make space for Illaoi to engage. Ari is a prime example. Her speed and long range allow her to catch opponents that Illaoi can't always pin down. Her assists also help
Ooh,
Illaoi
that
extend
does-
combos or
oh,
convert
that
a defensive type
crab!
into
What
big
the
damage.
heck?
Again, Illaoi will be available to play at this year's EVO Japan, along with Echo, Ari, Darius, and Yasuo. If you're attending, try her out with or against your friends and let us know what you think. Otherwise, you can still sign up for at-home playtests happening later this year, and follow us on social for all future Illaoi updates. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Damn, that felt good for 6 minutes. I like that. I just want to see this beginning again because this is good. The grabbing and the motion. So that's our S2,
To the depths!
or S1, sorry. This is another room. This is our ultimate, which I love this. This is actually really good. I'm not gonna kill Boros. Why does it do that?
Hey everyone, I'm Caroline, game designer on 2XKO, here to give you an update on the latest edition, Illaoi's face.
And they really got her like form right without taking anything away. The only what I've noticed from her moves, like early, because of course the spawning of tentacles, that's cool. She spawns at least 3 or 2, and then another one keeps going, like as she keeps spawning them with the S1. Or I think that's S1. If I remember what she said earlier.
Her S2 specials to
Oh,
spawn
S2.
a tentacle. Then, she can use any of her S1 specials to trigger a tentacle follow-up attack, as long as her opponent is within that tentacle's splash zone.
Okay, so
Even
it's-
if her opponent isn't in range, Illaoi can use certain moves to teleport the nearest tentacle to them. She can also use Prayer of Motion or prayer in stagnation to activate tentacles from a distance. While tentacles are an important part.
Yeah, so it seems like you have to. The tentacles have to respond to make those special moves like go onto a person. Because if they're not there, then that would be like, I guess you can't do the follow-ups or those like special moves that tear somebody down, whatever teleports the tentacle. So they have to be already out, which is funny because the tentacles then also can just be
Part of
hit
Alawi's
with a
kit.
neutral.
She's not a puppet character. We didn't want it to feel like her tentacles were doing all the fighting for her.
No.
Instead, they're like rewards that Alawi can earn by playing well. It means always staying in motion and taking smart risks to take control of the game. Alawi can also
Nice grab,
lose
by the way.
tentacles if her opponent hits them.
Yep,
In which
and that's
case,
gone.
Alawi can still do big damage, but she does lose access to some of her strongest neutral options.
But
This
still,
means she'll
she's
have to
doing
take
a lot
more
of damage
risks,
there.
or use an assist
Or wait,
to
actually, let's
engage her
see.
opponent, which isn't ideal. Take
Let's
more
see.
risks, in which case, Alawi can to take
Let me see
control of the game.
how
Alawi can
how
earn by
hits.
playing well. It means always staying in motion and taking smart risks to take control of the game.
Well, it's against Daria, so it's probably not doing as much damage.
Alawi can also lose tentacles
And this
if her
looks,
opponent
yeah,
hits
that
them.
looks like it's
In which case,
in the
Alawi
lab.
can still do big damage,
because they're just
but she does lose
replenishing
access to some of
damage,
her strongest neutral options.
healing like
This
that.
means she'll have to take
Yep.
more risks or use an assist to engage her opponent, which isn't ideal. In development, there was a lot of debate around how tentacles should work. Strongest
see
neutral
this again.
options. This
'Cause
means she'll have to take.
I do like how because I might actually show them too, but like I do like how all of the assets are coming in and everything like that. So you see when the assists are ready, when they're not available. Actually, no. This is like if you use the assist, then you will see like a little part of their face icon come up, and it shows if they're not available. You'll see that here. It's very readable, and it doesn't
Take
look
more
jarring.
risks, or
Like
use an assist.
like at first when I thought like, okay, when I was seeing little trailers and stuff like that, I was thinking like, oh, there's a lot of stuff that pops in and out. But watching trailers and everything, maybe it might feel different when you play in the game, but watching trailer, it does not seem like it's too busy. They found a very nice way of telling you a lot without like the showing part being like, oh god, this is like all up in the screen and I can't see what I'm doing because I'm just noticing like, oh, this said punish, hard knockdown, which hard knockdown
To engage
seeming
her,
like it's a good thing.
which isn't ideal. In development, there was a lot of debate around how tentacles should work. Should they be a true extension of Alawi? Should they be completely independent of her? Both of these options felt very sink or swim, so we opted for a more balanced route where Alawi can activate tentacles without making direct contact with an opponent, but that opponent still has counterplay against them.
Yep.
Beyond her tentacles, we wanted Alawi's kit to capture her incredible size, strength, and momentum, and her supers are no exception.
Yep.
With her S1 super, crashing waves, Alawi
This is
picks up
S1.
her opponent, swings them overhead, and slams them into the ground.
This one is nice.
If she already has a tentacle up, holding S1 will picks up her opponent, swings them overhead, and slams them into the ground. With her S1 super, crashing waves, Alawi picks up her
Yeah,
opponent,
so hard knock
swings them
down,
overhead, and
does it.
slams
Did
them
it.
into the ground twice. If she already has a tentacle up, holding S1 will reposition it so that she can stay on the offense after her super ends. Her S2 super, Wrath of Nagake Boros, summons giant tentacles that smack the ground around them. It also turns
Oh, you
any
can see
tentacles
that.
that were already active into giant.
Yeah, you can see the little icon that the time is going. Wow, animation's weird there, but that this is going here.
Any tentacles that were already active
Oh, that's cool. So because of course, like with Alawi, they can't use her league thing where she like sucks out a person's soul and tests the bite because that would be weird in a gaming situation of like quick movements and stuff. To have this out of body thing happening at the same time of like characters doing stuff. But this is a good homage because like in League, once you take somebody's soul out, and like if you beat up the soul to the point where like you defeat that soul part, there would be tentacles that come out, and then there'd just be like this weird, eerie water effect that you're seeing in this scene. And that water, like the tentacles would just pretty much follow you and hit you. It was broken. I mean, broken when she first came out in League, and they had to nerf that because I played the Illaoi in support, and without going too much into League thing, it's a MOBA. Supports in the bot lane. You'll have an ADC. Illaoi is not a support character. She does not have like a support kit. She's hitting people. She's just attacking. She has no way to help out the ADC aside from just damage and being a person, a body there. But like originally when she first came out, and she had that soul thing. That thing, when you took out the soul, that thing would follow people for over like 10 to 20 seconds. Like it was like actually to a minute sometimes. That thing was ridiculous because I would take somebody's soul, and then they have to like legit just like run away because they can't beat. Because by the time they're going to recall, is this called? And like try to get to base, the tentacle would spawn, hit them, and then end their recall. And the worst thing about it was in bot lane, if you take somebody's soul and then kill it, which it was easy to do because you just take somebody's soul, you're hitting it, your ADC, which normally has some way of attack speed, rapidness, or hitting something really good, or crits, or all of them together, would just hit it, and then tentacles are spawning. And the problem is they're hitting the person who had their test of might. They're hitting that person who had the soul taken away. So it was just hitting all the ADC, was hitting the support, and then like one had to separate. So then you have like a support. It was always good to you. You had the support that had to leave an ADC by themselves with another ADC. You just going like, "Hey, we're gonna kill you now," and then you could do it again to the ADC. So it's just running away. It was broken. They had to take it off because Illaoi was just like not okay, especially in the bot lane. But yeah, I like how they added this effect. It was a ramble.
Into giant tentacles and leaves one behind after it ends. It can be an extremely impressive move, but if Illaoi or her duo is hit at any point during the super, her tentacles will disappear. So it's safest to use against an opponent who's knocked down. Finally, Illaoi's ultimate, Test of Spirit, sends her opponent's soul to the depths, where they'll come face to face with Nagake Boros. We love the idea of Illaoi smacking the spirit out.
And like this effect, like I love.
Illaoi smack.
I see. So you see that it turns to this and then goes to that. That I love the crunching thing, and then them going oh fudge, and Nagate Boros. I like it how Illaoi says it. I can't do the accent.
Out of her opponent,
it's such a good.
Beating it up as an homage
voice.
to her kid in League. Test of Spirit is a mid-range move with super fast startup, which makes it great for ending combos, as a whiff punish, or for hitting an assist that's far away. It's also invincible on startup, making it a powerful reversal. It's also invincible on startup, making it a powerful reversal. Illaoi's pretty capable on her own, but her powerful assists make her an equally formidable tag partner. Her back assist is a long-range tentacle strike, same as her S1 special. If there's already a tentacle in range of her opponent, it'll perform its usual follow-up attack. Illaoi's forward assist is the same as her S2 special. On its own, the assist is great for controlling mid-range.
I don't know why she does this.
Controlling mid-range, but using handshake tag immediately afterwards lets Illaoi swap in. Great for controlling mid-range, but using handshake.
Do all the people who do it? I think they do all do that.
Is a long-range tentacle strike, same as her S1.
They like pose before they leave.
Special. If there's already a tentacle in range of her opponent, it'll perform its usual follow-up attack.
I think that's just in the game.
Is the same as her.
Because like.
Then using tentacles to.
It's like aces. Like in the beginning, I just want to see. Oh no, not that. Not always. But yeah, no, that's apparently how Illaoi like leaves, is just like doing that whole like back turn.
To the depths.
I just like this beginning. It's so good. It's so good. It shows off everything that needed to be showed off. It's such a good one. I even like seen this.
Not peace.
Because it's a weird, because you see in her, God, I don't remember what it's called right now. Like you see, she brings down the tentacles and then sucks in some of the tentacles, and then Nagaboros follows up with her like the other tentacles, and then they disappear. Which I think that was actually pretty cool. That it's separated. Like just her intro shows it's like, hey, Illaoi is her own person. And Nagaboros is kind of just like the follow-up of like, hey, you're doing what you're supposed to. You're going in motion, because that's apparently Nagaboros' whole thing. Is that like the test of mind and all this stuff? Like no one should be stagnant. No one should be just okay. I'm good where I'm at. I don't need to continue any further. I don't need to improve myself anymore. I kind of just want to stay here and then also to almost a like if they're like being stagnant or being like in the present is not bad. It's only really bad when and the testament can be messy when you're like holding on too much. When you're like, okay, no, I need to stay where I'm at or with people I'm with, and it's almost to the point where like you're getting a little obsessive and getting a little bit compulsive, and then if anything changes, then you get a little bit too angry, like kind of stuff. You gotta keep doing things, keep learning, keep improving, kind of stuff. That's the whole thing with Illaoi, and keep moving. Pretty much keep moving. Like, yeah, be always present. Like, not omnipresent, but being always just like in the now. What's going through the future? There's nothing of just staying in one place in mind and in body kind of stuff. Weird explanation, but that's Illaoi's thing.
Both of these options felt very sink or swim, so we opted for a more balanced route where Illaoi can activate tentacles without making direct contact.
I can't wait to see like
her opponent. It'll
how people go crazy with
her back
the
assist is a long-range tentacle strike, same as her S1 special. If there's already a tentacle in range of her opponent, it'll perform its usual follow-up attack. Illaoi's forward assist is the same as her S2 special. On its own, the assist is great for controlling range,
handshake
but using
tags,
handshake tag immediately afterwards
lets
Illaoi swap in and use the tentacle she just created to keep the pressure on.
That's a good
When
grab.
she's not on screen, Illaoi's tentacles stick around to offer her teammates some extra offensive support. Even when she's KO'd, Illaoi can use Last Stand to activate Wrath of Nagaboros and send the opponent to Tentacle City. When choosing a tag partner for Illaoi, remember she wants to back opponents into a corner, but getting them there might be risky.
I've been watching this part again just because of the combos.
Illaoi's ideal tag partner is someone with strong neutral and high mobility who can make space for Illaoi to engage.
I do love the fact that like when they do the handshake tag, you literally hear the like that clap thing, and that probably sounds bad, and I should have not done that on the mic. I hope that doesn't sound horrible, but I do love the fact that it's like, bah! And you're like, yeah, it makes really good things on that handshake tag. And then
Ahri is a prime example. Her speed and long range allow her to catch opponents that Illaoi can't always pin down.
2x,
her assists also help Illaoi
assists, just to give, it's part of the fuses. I just see like, you can just see all these things like popping in and popping out of like what you're doing and how you're doing it. But it doesn't seem like too like oh, it's gonna distract from what I'm doing. Maybe if you stare at the background for too long, maybe you might mess up. But like, it's not too
combos or convert a defensive tag
too
into
involved
big damage.
in itself.
Again, Illaoi will be available to play at this year's EVO Japan, along with Echo, Ahri, Darius, and Yasuo. If you're attending, try her out with or against your friends and let us know what you think.
Look at those hit combos, man. 20, 22, 23. Knockout, baby.
Otherwise, you can still sign up for at-home playtests
Do
happening
this.
later this year.
Do this if you have any
interest.
Any interest in trying this out. Like, I signed up like literally the day he told me to. But like, play TXKO and sign up for the play because they're supposed to. They're supposed to. Again, this is very supposed to. Have it later on in the year. Hope it's not just like December, like, but like later on in the year they're going to do play tests and really at-home tests, and they're eventually going to have to do tests to see the net code and how that works out, and that's going to be interesting when they do that. I do hope they do show more characters. I'm still hoping there's a secret character in the it was a secret character when they do for EVO Japan. I'm not going to EVO Japan. I'm in the States, and I did not get any tickets or anything like that. I've never been to Japan before, so I was like, I'm not just going to go to Japan for EVO Japan. Like, this is my experience without the second notice, but still, I'm waiting to see more out of the game and see more out of like the matchups. I do hope there's a secret character they show instead of just allowing, which does give me hype that there might be a secret character they show on Friday, because I was not expecting, as I said many times, I was not expecting Alawi's trailer to drop today. I knew that she was probably going to have a trailer because you're introducing a character for the roster. And we kind of knew about Alawi. They kind of did that when they did the 2XKO, the name, which again, I've gotten used to a little bit too easily. They tricked me. But anyway, with Alawi coming out, like it's like, okay, well, she's going to be part of EVO Japan. Of course, it's not going to do the 4 characters, but that would be 5 instead of what they normally do with the even 6. So who knows? Maybe they might have a secret character on Friday that they reveal, hoping for, like, probably pairing it up with a male character. So still hoping on Set or Braum to be revealed, because that'd be cool. They might not do it just because it's like Alawi's a big body person, or kind of body. I think Darius is supposed to be like, this is a big body person. This is a big body thing. Alawi's kind of like a mixture or fusion kind of thing. Hybrid, I should say. She's still big body, but she has tentacles, which is a whole different thing. That whack the crap out of you. But I think if they're gonna have a male character, they might have those two, Set or Braum, or might be something completely different, like Fiddlesticks or something like that. Just to spur it out. I don't know if Fiddlesticks is gonna be in the game, to be real honest. I hope for it because I want a monster character, something unhinged and like, oh boy, Fiddlesticks is Scarecrow. Look it up. He's terrified sometimes. And I've always wanted him to be broken out of the mold of what League hasn't just been a jump like, haha, kind of thing. So that would be cool if they did that. But I'm still hoping on the secret character. Like, if it happens on Friday, then you heard it first from me about the things. Hope that goes well. I'm going to like see something here. I might end it here, or I might just show some of the trailers and stuff that's been on the EVO Japan site. Like, I'm just to give you, it's like on Twitter, if you want to know things, go on 2XKO. They have the Twitter. They also have the Japan version, which has been showing a lot of other trailers because EVO Japan. They also have the website that you can look up. Just put 2XKO. That was the whole point of the name. Easy ass thing to search for, and get that. And then, of course, do the playtest. Sign up for the playtest. But I'm going to be right back. Let's see. So I saw the time framing, and it was already 28 minutes. So I'm going to end this episode here. Hope that I didn't talk too much or gave way too much information. But like, comment, subscribe. I keep on bringing out episodes every single day. I won't probably have episodes like this where I'm just like, surprised. I do not know why this is underlined. It stayed underlined the whole time. But anyway, or for half of the time. But hit that bell icon so you'll be notified when I post videos, and special ones like these. And with that and everything else, BFN, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Woot woots.